Welcome, visitor. This is our Earth. Do you know? Just beneath the Earth crust, there is a layer called mantle. It is hot and partly molten portion and is about 1,800 miles thick. Comprises approximately 4/5 of Earth volume. Between the two, the lithospheric portion, due to action of wind, frost, volcanic eruption etc. leads to formation of rocks. Fossils are the records on rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed by the process of compaction, cementation, recrystallization and chemical alteration. Igneous rocks are formed by solidification of cooling magma, burst out from mantle. Magma changes to igneous rock by crystallization. Erosion of igneous rock produce sediments which deposited in layers and form sedimentary rocks. This sedimentary rock undergoes metamorphosis because of heat, pressure or chemical interaction and changes into metamorphic rocks. Any body or traces or body of animal or vegetation buried and preserved by natural means are called fossil. Hello. I am Bubble from Biomass. Do you know how many fossil parks are there in India? Here's a list of notable ones officially maintained by the Geological Survey of India. 1. Shivalik Fossil Park or Suketi Fossil Park in Himachal Pradesh. This place is famous for vertebrate fossils from the Shivalik Hills, dating back 1.5 to 2.5 million years. It features life-size models of extinct mammals and a museum showcasing the fossils. It is considered Asia's biggest fossil park. 2. Mandala Plant Fossils National Park in Madhya Pradesh, which preserves plant fossils from a primordial forest that existed 40 to 150 million years ago. And must too mention Amkhoi Fossil Park in Bolpur, West Bengal, which contains various wood fossils. 3. The National Fossil Wood Park in Tiruvakkarai, Tamil Nadu, known for petrified wood fossils, approximately 20 million years old. Around 200 fossilized trees with intact annular rings and pit structures are found here. And National Fossil Wood Park, Sathnur, also in Tamil Nadu, contains fossilized remains of a conifer tree dating back about 120 million years. The petrified trunk is over 18 meters long. 5. Indroda Dinosaur and Fossil Park, Gujarat, Gandhinagar. This place is considered India's Jurassic Park. It houses dinosaur fossils and is believed to be the second largest dinosaur egg hatchery in the world. It also has a zoo and a botanical garden. 6. Rayoli Dinosaur Fossil Park, Gujarat at Balasinore. It is another significant site with dinosaur fossils and a museum. Must too mention Kutch Fossil Park in Gujarat. This park with a variety of fossils. 7. Gugua Fossil Park, Madhya Pradesh at Dindori district. This place features fossils of plants, fruits, leaves and seeds, some over 65 million years old, including a notable eucalyptus fossil and a dinosaur egg. 8. Salkhand Fossils Park at Sonbhadra Fossils Park, Uttar Pradesh. This place contains tree fossils believed to be over 1,400 million years old, along with algae and stromatolite samples. Nine. Akalwood Fossil Park, Rajasthan, Jaisalmer. This place displays remains of a prehistoric forest that was flooded, with tree fossils preserved under tin foil. Must too mention Rajmahal Hills Fossil Park, Bihar, known for plant fossils. And 10. Vadham Fossils Park in Maharashtra at Gadchiroli district. Here, dinosaur fossils and flora from the time of sauropods have been found.
Hey there, students. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of fossils. Fossils are like time capsules, preserving the remains or traces of ancient life for millions of years. But what exactly are fossils and why are they so important? Let's find out. First off, let's define fossils. Fossils are the preserved remains, impressions, or traces of organisms that lived in the past. They can be anything from bones and teeth to footprints and even burrows. Pretty cool, right? Now, there are several types of fossils, yes. Body fossils are the actual remains of the organism, like bones or shells. Trace fossils, on the other hand, are the marks left behind by the organism, like footprints or feeding marks. And then we have molecular fossils, which are chemical traces left by the organism. Each type gives us a unique glimpse into the past. So, how do fossils form? It all starts when an organism dies and gets buried by sediment. Over time, more sediment piles on top, and the pressure causes the remains to harden and become fossilized. This process can take millions of years. One fascinating fossilization process is petrifaction. This occurs when minerals like silica replace the organic material of the organism. The result? A rock-like replica of the original organism. It's like nature's own 3D printer. But how do scientists determine the age of a fossil? Enter radiocarbon dating. This method measures the amount of carbon-14, a radioactive isotope, in the fossil. Since carbon-14 decays at a known rate, scientists can calculate the fossil's age based on how much is left. It's like using a natural clock to peek back in time. Fossils aren't just cool to look at, they have significant scientific value too. They give us clues about Earth's history, helping us understand how life evolved and how past environments changed. They can even help us predict future changes. Talk about useful. However, fossils do have their limitations. Not all organisms fossilize well, so we only get a partial view of past life. Plus, the fossil record is incomplete because many fossils have been destroyed by natural processes over time. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. Lastly, let's talk about index fossils. These are fossils of organisms that lived during a specific time period and were widespread. They're super useful for dating rock layers and correlating the age of different fossil sites. Think of them as nature's own bookmarks, so there you have it. Fossils are incredible windows into the past, helping us piece together Earth's ancient history. Next time you see a fossil, remember the amazing journey it took to get here.
Now the question is, how the fossil was preserved? 1. Preservation in permafrost or ice. In nature's cold storage warehouse, notably in the Arctic tundra of Siberia, the entire animals might get frozen and preserved in ice in fresh condition for thousands of years. The bones as well as flesh remain unchanged because bacteria and other destructive forces fail to work at such low temperature. Frozen specimens of this type are known only from Siberia, permafrost, where ground is permanently covered with ice and temperature is always below freezing point. Woolly mammoths from Siberia are preserved this way. Even their stomach content also intact. Flesh remains fresh and preserved thousands of years later. The two ice fossils obtained were in 1790 from Lena Delta and in 1901 from Siberia. 2. Fossils in petroleum springs and asphalts. Organisms were also fossilized in oil-saturated soils. Animals trying to cross petroleum, springs, pools of sticky tar or viscous asphalt get entrapped and become entombed. The remains of extinct rhinoceros, insects, birds and small mammals have been recovered from the waxy, oil-saturated soil. For example, Rancho La Brea, Los Angeles. 3. Preservation in resins and ambers. Usually insects get entangled in sticky secretions of the trees, like resin secreted from the conifer trees growing along Baltic coast over 30 million years ago from Mesozoic and Cenozoic era. Resin hardens and changes to umber, trapped insects and small insect eggs and larvae, preserved forever with intact color and minute details. 4. Preservation in peat. The partly decomposed vegetable matter, called peat, produces waterlogged conditions. It lacks oxygen and bacteria both. Animals or plants, on getting buried in this aseptic medium, are preserved. Example, Bodies of Iron Age people in Denmark. In this video, I hope you all get an elaborate idea about fossil, its type, its formation, limitation, etc. Please go to the description to check its content. All the videos related to evolution I am attaching there as links. If this video helps you, subscribe my channel. Do like, comment and share to get notification of future videos. Let's know about petrification. This is the commonest method of fossilization. It includes burial of organisms in the sediments that are continuously deposited on the floor of oceans or other large water bodies. Some of the buried plants and animals turn into fossils and get embedded in the rocks, while others are destroyed. The rocks, formed by the deposition of sediments, are known as sedimentary rocks or stratified rocks because of layering of sediments. When an aquatic organism dies or a terrestrial animal accidentally drowns or the recently dead remains of land dwellers are washed into a lake, river or ocean by floods, may by chance get covered quickly by sediments. After the burial, soft parts gradually decay and carried away by seepage of water. Some hard parts deeply buried like bones, teeth or shells, trunks or roots. Preservation has started. Within the sediment layers, the hard parts may retain much of their original composition, but their organic constituents disintegrate, leaving the structure porous. Water seeps into the interior of these porous structures and mineral matter dissolved in water is slowly deposited in the pores. Thus, organic substance of hard parts is replaced particle by particle with silica or lime dissolved in water. Process proceeds, gradually outline of cellular structures, all histological details of various tissues with finer detail well preserved. This process of fossilization is called histometabasis and the fossils are called petrified fossils. In favorable condition, soft parts of organic material replaced by mineral molecule, silica, calcium carbonate or iron pyrites. Finer details are so accurate. Example, petrified muscle of shark about 300 old. What are the types of fossils? There are different types of fossil based on their formation. Body fossil. I. Hard parts, shell, tooth, bones of an organism. 2. Provide detailed informations on shape and functions of parts or actual organism. 3. Range is microscopic to huge. Subfossil. I. Remains of animals and plants preserved in rocks 10,000 years before. 2. Formed after last ice age during Holocene epoch. Example, ancient man mummified in caves. Ancient bison trapped in frozen ice. Microfossil. I. Fossilization of microscopic animals and plants, less than 0.5 millimeters. Macrofossil. I. Larger than 1 cm in size. 2. More advanced plants and animals. Example, skeleton of vertebrates. Trace fossil. Fossils of footprints and trails left in mud by organisms that lived in past. Coprolites. Fossils of droppings or fecal matter. 2. They are trace fossil, vary in size from tiny to large. 3. Found in association with animal fossil. 4. Provide information on food habits of fossil forms. Unusual fossil, formed by combination of events and conditions, resulted most of the organisms getting preserved in the rock. Example, famous deposition of Solnhofen limestone of southern Germany and Burgess shales of Canada. Fossil identified, remains of Archaeopteryx, Bavaria, Germany, mammoth, Siberian wastes. What is bioclast? Fossils or fragment of fossils enclosed in sediments. Thin section of fossils under microscope. What is gastroliths? Found abundant in body cavities of certain reptiles. Utility, food grinding in the stomach. What is pseudofossil? objects of inorganic origin closely resemble the forms of organic origin found in the sedimentary rocks. Cope's rule. Organisms have a tendency towards increase in size during their evolution. Williston's rule. During the evolution of lineage, serially homologous parts tend to reduce in number but get more and more differentiate. What is carbonization? Preservation of organic materials, chitin, scleroprotein, cellulose, lignin, of buried animals and plants on petrified rocks. Carbon residue forms a film in the rock, preserving the outline of the body in detail. Example, some ichthyosaur fossil. What is pyritization? Soft part of buried plants and animals were replaced by pyrites formed under reducing conditions within sediments. Do you know about coal ball? Petrified plants' organs with spherical shape are called coal balls due to coal deposition and infiltration of calcium carbonate, iron sulfide, etc. What is guide fossil? Fossil which characterize certain strata is termed as guide fossil. Now another important question is, what are the limitations of the fossil record? Incompleteness. Not all organisms fossilize, and the fossilization process favors organisms with hard body parts that are buried quickly. Many organisms, especially soft-bodied ones, leave little to no fossil record. Gaps. There are gaps in the fossil record where transitional forms might be missing, although many have been found. This doesn't necessarily disprove evolution but highlights the challenges of preserving and discovering fossils. Distortion. Fossils can be altered or distorted over time due to geological processes, making interpretation challenging. Sampling bias. The fossil record is biased towards certain environments, example, marine environments where sedimentation is common, and more accessible regions.